Hi guys. Right now we are just gonna have a talk before I go on vacation to California, and I'm gonna take all of the things I wrote with me, so I have something to read on the plane. Hey, Theodore, didn't your R&B group, who shall be named Anonymous, um, have like a performance coming up soon at the Staples Center?
We did, and we had to cancel due to coronavirus cases rising.
Well,
We were supposed to have a 85% capacity, but then we were we had to shut. We announced that we shut it down due to coronavirus cases rising, and they said that we were going to do a safe mask, but apparently the government of California shut down the mask mandate, so we can't do it anymore. So it's going to be virtual now.
So, well, we also know that you have a new song released
Yep. Music video's coming out Monday. Next Monday.
next Monday.
Yeah, music video.
But next Monday, me and my family will be packing up before we leave for California the next day.
I mean, I could do it Friday, but I would need someone help to produce the music video.
Well, here's the problem. That's gonna be impossible while I'm gone.
So, how long are you gonna be in California?
I'm gonna be in California for 8 days.
So a week and a day. So.
But I will give you the best advice I could. I'll give you the best advice for how to set up and edit the video.
Me and my group are. Yeah, we're not. I might do this way. Did you get back? Cause you're a pretty good video maker, so I think you'd be the best bet. So I could wait.
But you didn't have to put air quotes around California because that's actually where I'm going.
Yeah, I know.
But
Because that's what people call it. They call it California. I call it the Sunshine State.
So you're gonna do what you usually do while I'm gone, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play some games, maybe chat with people, whatever. General theater stuff. Making more music, music.
Such as Zoom meetings with all your band members.
And I did start a new series on my channel, so that's coming this Friday. It's going to be called Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
Yeah, it's happening every Friday at 5 o'clock Pacific time.
And the new song you wrote was about your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, we have a name for people like her.
We're not going to talk about it though.
Great White Buffalo.
So yeah, song.
Well, for some of you who don't know what the word Great White Buffalo means, it actually means the one who got away. And if you don't understand the concept of that phrase, then you have not seen Hot Tub Time Machine 1 or 2.
You know, they only mention one movie.
Well,
they mention it in part 1.
And they mention it a bunch of times in part 2.
I don't remember mentioning part 2. I didn't see part 2 that much.
Alright. So I am going to be taking most of my work with me because ever since the dude who ran the newspaper in Nevada actually died, I took up his legacy. And created my own newspaper line called the Groovy Psychedelic Times, which was running from 2019 to the present. You see this issue right here? This was from September of 2020. And I have them all organized in this briefcase from June of 2019 to, April of 2021. So, look, the reason that Theodore left the Skullbashers was he had a rap group and he couldn't balance out singing if it wasn't rapping.
Yeah, well, my group. Well, one person lost my group recently, so that was fun.
Yeah.
He left because he said he wasn't getting paid enough, even though I paid everyone $100K.
To join the Skullbashers?
No, he left my rap group because I was paying him enough, even though I paid everyone in my group $100K.
Yeah. And this dude nearly got killed more than a few times during one of his concerts.
Yeah, so the assassination, if you are wondering, he is behind bars.
And what he means by behind bars, which means he's temporarily in a holding cell until they can actually take him to prison.
I had the police officer talk to him, and right now he's being transferred to maximum security. So I think he's in Dotana, how do you say it? Daytona, Florida.
Yeah, I think
That's where he is, and he's at maximum security.
I think he is in Daytona.
Daytona, he's there, and he's.
Wait, is it Daytona or Daytona?
Which one did you say? Daytona?
Yeah.
Daytona? I think it's Daytona Beach, Florida, and he's in the maximum security right now, so he's not getting out anytime soon.
How long do you think it'll be until he's rehabilitated?
It's not rehabilitation. He's in bars, and I think he's right now. I think the way he's looking now, since he's not charged with murder because he didn't get anyone hurt. He's charged with attempted murder, and he is behind bars for. He's looking at 50 years behind bars.
So, what was his sentence? Like 15 to 25 years in prison?
50.
And what happens if he's eligible for parole?
They said he could serve probably half, like 25 years, and he could be on a parole or a house arrest. You know what house arrest is, right?
Yeah.
That's what I put the ankle bracelet around, and if you leave the property, you'll get cops called on you. So he said this about 25 years later, he might be paroled. So.
Actually, from what I've been told from an anonymous source, if you try to leave your house, the ankle bracelet actually electrocutes you.
If you guys seen the movie Disturbia, watch that. You'll understand.
Yeah, and there is this what was it?
After he attempted to assassinate me because we didn't catch him yet, I did something. I knew who it was. My girlfriend knew who it was, or my ex did, and she told me where his address is. So me and my bandmates did something a little childish. Don't ever do it. You know what we did?
Try to get revenge by having him electrocuted in the electric chair or hanging or.
No, we actually. What we did is we put a flaming bag of shit on his doorstep, and he came out and put it out. He stepped on it. I'm like, get down.
A bag of shit.
So my ex-girlfriend was kind of my savior.
Well, that's kind of devious.
Find out it's her ex.
But it's devious, but genius at the same time.
Yeah, she turned on her ex.
But you see, when Theodore was in the Skullbashers, we actually recorded a few songs because during the pandemic that happened last year in 2020, what happened was there was barely any time to actually get the whole band together in one place due to the restrictions of COVID.
You know, yeah.
So we actually recorded a few songs. The main song that started off our first album was "You Sent Me to Hell," which was the one I did, which was the. Damn, I can't think right now. Oh, it was the first song that actually made it to the disc, and it was the first song on our album because I actually had to do the three pitches. A mild tenor voice, a bass voice, and singing in my actual voice. And it was all right because I had to record three separate recordings.
And you all put into one, right?
Exactly. Now, how many songs did we record? 3, 4?
I think it was either 3 or 4 together, and then I quit.
Yeah. He quit the band in August of last year.
I wanted to perfect my rapping career.
But one of the songs that we recorded was Fear Doesn't Make the Man. And Fear Doesn't Make the Man was supposed to be like kind of a stand up for yourself anthem. You know, man up. Take action before you get hit before you get hit or shot down, metaphorically. Case in point, shot down. But like, if you get bullied in the workplace, in the workforce, or in college, in high school, in middle school,
we've been through it.
Fear Doesn't Make the Man was the actual title for the band. And it was a great title because what do bullies feed on the most? Fear.
No, they just get, the reason they do that is because they like to make their day better by going up against people. And if you feed into their antics, they're gonna keep doing it until the best thing to do is just, as in bullying, you want to just, you can stand up to them, but that could get you in more trouble than you're already in. So I would say either walk away or just don't feed into it, and then, because when people are desperate, when you feed into action, they want to do it again and again until you get a reaction. Don't do a reaction. I don't think tattling is the best idea.
And back in 2013, when I was getting bullied, not just by students, I got physically bullied by a teacher. Case in point, the old grab you by the shoulder sleeve deal above your locker. That sucked. And I was 13 and he was probably in his late 40s.
How old do you think he is by now?
Who gives a shit? He was a dick.
I almost got in a physical fist fight with the teacher.
Well, the thing...
Back in Augusta, she pissed.
And for some of you who don't know, he's from Augusta, Virginia.
Yeah, it's not. Don't go to that school. It's
Hell House.
It's They basically, I got in a fist fight with a female, and I will say someone got suspended or expelled. So I was suspended for 5 days, and then they called me and said, "We have a problem. You're expelled." And I got expelled, so I had to move to a different state.
Yeah. You see, I wasn't the only one who got bullied in a different school. When I went to Prim Middle School in
Okay, keep going.
When I went to middle school in Prim, Nevada. Yeah. When I went to middle school in Prim, Nevada at the age of 13, I wasn't the only one who got bullied. My little brothers, they got bullied twice as hard. They got bullied twice as hard. And, well, I tried to report it to the, I tried to report it to the, excuse me.
I don't mind driving more.
Like I said, I tried to report the whole. I tried to report the bullies to the, not necessarily the principal, but I reported them to the school psychologist, and she was worst. I said, yeah, we got a problem. The teachers and half of the student body are bullying me and my brothers. And I can't take it anymore. And they were like, you can probably figure out the rest. Case in point, they flipped the whole thing around. They flipped the whole script around and pointed it at me, making me feel like the fall guy.
Sorry about the phone call, guys.
So, yeah, the school psychologist made me the fall guy. They made it sound like it was my fault that I got bullied. All I tried to do was fit in with everybody.
It's not hard. It's good when you have people that you know, like.
And it was kind of hard because I have Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum, and according to the diagnosis, you have to hit 12 key points to get an autism diagnosis.
Do you want to tell them about why it's hard to fit in with people you don't know?
Yeah, because when I tried to fit in with the whole school, let alone the classmates, they basically just made me feel like a dumbass just because I had a disability. And autism is, like I said, a neurological disorder that affects the way the brain or the cranium thinks or processes information differently. But you have to hit 12 key points to get the diagnosis for autism, let alone Asperger's syndrome. And considering I was diagnosed with autism at the age of 8, I hit 50 points on it.
Okay, anyway, we're gonna keep continuing. We don't want to talk about what we saw. This was personal.
So anyways, to some people who think that autism is just an excuse for bad behavior, or you think that autism you need physical evidence, well, it's a neurological disorder, so there can't be physical evidence.